Hello, class. My name is Christie Verarde, and I am excited to be your teacher for this course. We're going to start right away with the lecture. I just wanted a minute to say hello, but I'm going to block myself out now, and we're going to go to the recorded PowerPoint. All right. Again, welcome to this week's lecture. During our time together, we will cover many topics related to early care and education. This week, we will focus on learning styles and multiple intelligences. If you have not read your welcome letter or visited the introductory module already, you should stop this recording and do that first. You will have a much better idea of what is required for this course, the textbook, and assignments and quizzes that will make up your final grade. In the introductory module, you will find the course syllabus, a copy of the welcome letter that was sent out last week, a Meet Your Instructor video, 5 informative pages to help you navigate the course, a meet and greet orientation discussion board, an orientation quiz, and a module conclusion page which offers a quick review of the learning that took place during this module. Many schools have gotten better in the area of accepting and supporting language difference. They are also more aware of cultural differences and try to support their families by encouraging them to share their language and their culture in the classroom. But how many people have sought to support children by bringing activities for them in the classroom that represent their different expressions of intelligence, as in multiple intelligences? I love this study of multiple intelligences, and I feel it is so important. Along with striving for equity in all other areas of life, it is important to recognize the different ways in which human beings take in information and tell us what they know. If we are truly respectful of all people, this has to be part of that understanding and support. I really enjoy this quote and believe it relates to this topic perfectly. In our multicultural society, culturally responsive teaching reflects democracy at its highest level. It means doing whatever it takes to ensure that every child is achieving and ever moving towards realizing his or her potential. Pictured here is Professor and author Howard Gardner. His groundbreaking work was written in 1983. Building on the earlier work of Walter Burke Barbie, Howard Gardner described different ways that people show what they know and how they take in information. He has stated that since we now understand there are different ways for people to show us what they know, expecting them to show us what they know in all the same way is very unfair and unequitable. The 8 intelligences are music smart or musical intelligence, body smart or kinesthetic intelligence, people smart or interpersonal intelligence, book smart or linguistic intelligence, logic smart or logical intelligence, nature smart or natural intelligence or naturalistic intelligence, self-smart or intrapersonal intelligence, and picture smart or visual spatial intelligence. We are now going to look deeper into each intelligence. The first is music smart. Music smart children can't help it. You might hear them singing in the classroom or in the halls. They can easily identify different instruments. They may reference songs as they share wisdom about one thing or another. They definitely enjoy music, and usually they have a broad taste in music. But music is also highly connected to math through rhythm and beat. So they can also enjoy pattern and order. How are these children being supported and given their chance to show what they know when you work with them? Now we'll take a look at Body Smart. These Body Smart kids like to move and touch things. They like to move while they are learning. They will be the ones creating role plays and skits. They will light up as they play puzzles, board games, and manipulatives. Don't expect these kids to sit in a chair for long periods. As their teacher, what are some ways that you could support these children and create experience in which they would shine? Here you can see this group of children working on a project together. People Smart kids enjoy hearing the views of others and tutoring or helping to mentor others. They are usually good conversation starters, and they don't thrive as much in situations where they are forced to be alone or quiet for long periods. What activities could you involve these children in that would make them comfortable and bring out the best in them? Book Smart children enjoy looking at books even before they can read what it says on the page. They remember and can tell you in great detail about the characters and plot lines in a story. They also enjoy creating or writing stories as much as they enjoy reading them. They do well with giving descriptions. So, what activities might you create to support the Book Smart children in your class? I love this photo. This child is so proud of what he has made. And this is actually pretty complex when you look at it. It's a fairly even shaped radius. The colors, except for one row, are matched up the line. And the type of plastic vehicles used in each row is consistent. This is definitely a good example of what a logic smart child can do. They are list makers, and they enjoy conducting experiments. They're also good at using graphic organizations, or they're also good graphic organizers. So how are these kids supported in a classroom? Now here, don't you love her red boots? She looks very focused as she waters the plants. Some kids just light up when they get outdoors. Nature Smart children categorize and enjoy using scientific equipment. They love working outdoors and planting. They usually want to bring the outside in. Think about ways that you can support these Nature Smart children in your lives. This little one here seems perfectly happy sitting by herself in the sand. Self-smart children enjoy self-evaluation and reflection. They may need and want to think a while before answering questions asked of them. These children are comfortable playing and learning independently. Although they are not hermits, they do like their alone time. Are you set up in your school, office, or child care home to give these children the space and alone time they need? Last, we've come to Picture Smart. Children that are visual learners appreciate film as much as I do. Visual learners enjoy drawing, making maps, charts, and working on the computer. You might see them doodling during the day. They are quite observant in the classroom and often have a good overview of large areas. How could these skills be used best in your classroom? As I mentioned earlier, Professor Gardner has offered a definition for a ninth intelligence, existentialism, but he has not fully endorsed it. The definition would be individuals who exhibit the proclivity to pose and ponder questions about life, death, and ultimate realities. If this was listed as another intelligence, this would definitely be my husband. He fits this to a T. How many other folks do you think do you have Any friends that might be this particular intelligence? To end this segment, I want to point out a survey or non-graded quiz that is in this week's module. Please take a moment to complete it. I did it myself and it took about 5 minutes. Don't assume you know what intelligence is your strength. I have administered several surveys to several classrooms over the last 10 years, and I always find that there are several people who were surprised at the numbers that they received in a group different than the one they thought they would be. Also, please understand that people are complex. Some people will complete the quiz and end up with similar numbers in several areas. Some rank very high in one and low in most of the others. We are all a little bit of each one of these intelligences, but which do we choose to show our knowledge in? The answer to that question can affect your teaching. Where our strengths lie is normally how we teach and interact with others. What if the children you're serving, what if their intelligence was vastly different than yours? You would be doing them a disservice to ask them only to show you what they know in the way that you want to accept it, and vice versa, where you show them only through the intelligence that is your strength. It's important to have a broad view of these and to bring all of these different intelligences into the classroom. Another learning style theory that is closely related to multiple intelligence is VAC theory, or visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. Psychologists in the 30s started to discuss the idea, and it was brought to fruition by Walter Burke Barbie. He proposed 3 styles in which people took in and showed what they are learning. Although it is not required, I have placed an online VAC theory quiz in your module this week in case you're interested to find out what your VAC style is. Recently, an academic named Fleming introduced VARC theory. Building on what Barbie developed, Fleming added the idea of reading-writing as a 4th member of this learning style model. Adding the R from reading to Barbie's acronym, he then has this new acronym, VARC. Some believe that the writing is already a part of the kinesthetic behavior and that reading is a part of the visual behavior. What do you think? Last, I want to discuss who you are in the lives of children and what you want to be. These questions are part of really understanding yourself in the field. What are your strengths and weaknesses related to the following areas? Teaching, empathy, guidance, caretaking, communication, parental relations, and being a team player. What are your biases? What are your long-term goals? Do you want to stay in the classroom? Would you like to be a consultant? Perhaps you would like to teach college classes or become a state advocate for the field. There are many positions under the hat of early childhood. And these are the things we will be looking at next week. But it's important to start asking yourself these questions now. Okay, so we've come to the review, and I'm going to read this straight as it is, because I want each one of these to be highlighted. So remember to go into the module and take the MI quiz. You're going to write an original post by Wednesday evening and reply to 2 classmates' posts by Sunday evening related to the MI quiz. Read the article titled Many Kinds of Smart by Lisa Murphy. You are going to be doing a second original post and replies to students related to Lisa Murphy's article. Read the page describing back theory. Read the introductory chapter of your textbook. And reach out and introduce yourself to your reading summary partner. Have a great week. And bye for now. I will see you next week with new information. And remember, you can reach out to me if you need any help or guidance. My phone number is 925-330-8277.